And we're going to start with you, Mark Sessler. Let's dig in.
Well, we know the Miami Dolphins are out to spend some cash in free agency. They're setting the table for that. And I say if you're in this AFC East division that you can't win every year because the Patriots are there, how about take from the Patriots? How about take Dante Hightower away from the Patriots? You need a linebacker, number one. It's the one area of your defense that could use a lot of help. Your secondary's growing. You got Ndamukong Suh, Cam Wake up front. Put Dante Hightower in the middle of that, and you've got a legit defense in the AFC East on the build.
It's one of the best moves when you could take the strength of one team in your division and then give it to your own team. That never fails, Wes.
After 17 years, this is going to be the domino that starts the Patriots' decline in the AFC.
It's like that didn't really work for Mike Tannenbaum with the Jets. They basically tried to take the Patriots players very often or copy what's going on. You don't want to take them at his peak value and put him on the team. But
it's funny you bring up Mr. T because he once took Curtis Martin from the Patriots, made him an all-time Jet. Maybe Hightower has that value.
You go.
I don't know. Wes, what about you?
I want to see Adrian Peterson on the Patriots, and let me explain this.
Wow, speaking of
So would I.
Okay, so the Patriots have to be an outlier because they draft in the later part of the first round every year. They have to find a different way, and what they tend to do is zig when the rest of the league is zagging. We keep seeing reports that everybody has soured on Peterson. He's going to be 32 years old. In 2 of the last 3 years, he's had fewer than 40 carries, which to Bill Belichick means his legs are fresh. And we've seen this act before. LeGarrette Blount's a free agent. He had 300 carries last year. We've seen Corey Dillon play for the Patriots. The Patriots went out and got him when his value was really low, and he rushed for almost 1,700 yards. I could see Adrian Peterson having the best age 32 season in NFL history.
Are we concerned about what little we saw from Adrian Peterson on tape last year, though? Not the most impressive version.
Too small of a sample size, running behind one of the worst run-blocking offensive lines we've ever seen. And just a year before that, he led the NFL in rushing.
And he wouldn't be the guy either. They'd have 3 guys. His lack of passing down work doesn't even matter in New England because you have James White, you have Deion Lewis.
Adrian Peterson led the league in rushing in 2015, but he wasn't quite Adrian Peterson anymore. He didn't have the same breakaway speed.
He was good.
He was a great player, but no longer the old AP. But now we're talking 2 years later with a bunch of injuries in between. I don't think he's a home run signing for anybody.
Okay.
Doubt him. Keep doubting Adrian Peterson.
All right.
I'm not saying he's David Johnson or Le'Veon Bell right now. I'm saying if LeGarrette Blount can rush for 18 touchdowns for the Patriots, Peters can rush for more than that.
Early downs.
Let's get away from the Patriots because the Patriots are going to be fine. Everything's going to be great with the Pats. Let's go to my beloved Jets, who really right now stand a long way away from the Patriots than anybody else, and they're in the process, hopefully, of a rebuild. But you still have to have someone behind center because I think about what are their best options for 2017. You have, in no particular order, Bryce Petty, Christian Hackenberg, and there's also a mop at team headquarters where they mop up like the food and drinks at the commissary. I'm putting him in the mix too, or her. What about Jay Cutler? Let's bring in someone from the outside, a patch. And I know Jay Cutler is not going to lead the Jets to the promised land, but they need somebody to hold the fort when they either A, develop those young guys that I just referenced, or B, go out get someone in the draft. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be honest with you here. I know Jay Cutler's flawed. Wes, I know you hate Jay Cutler personally.
Nothing would make me happier than seeing Jay Cutler on the Jets.
But wouldn't it be kind of at least fun for a Jet fan base that might not have a lot to root for in 2017?
Well, you have to
get Cutler in the mix.
Weird idea of
you
fun.
got them.
You still have to sell tickets to Jets fans, and you can't sell them Christian Hackenberger. We're not sure can put on shoulder pads right now. So I like the idea of Jay Cutler as a 1 or 2 year patch.
I like the idea of the Jets becoming the first NFL team to become so self-aware that they sign a quarterback for ironic purposes.
I mean, think about it. It's like, let's bring the 2014 Bears magic back around. Cutler, Brandon Marshall not really getting along, Matt Forte. That'd be terrific.
Jeremy Bates.
At least we know that Cutler, who's toying with retirement, is more motivated than ever to get on the field. So it's a great match for the Jets.
I just feel like in this time of the rebuilding for the Jets, let's have a little fun. Get Jay in the mix just for the New York tabloids to have some fun. At the very
back
least,
page
somebody should be having fun.
All right.
Well, Victor Cruz is gone. We need somebody to write about.
All right, Greg.
All right, I'm going to go to Buffalo, and this is a little out of left field. I know it's not a home run pick, but I want to see Tony Romo in Buffalo, and
sexy.
I don't think it's that crazy because if you look around the team, you look around the league, I don't think teams are as desperate to sign Tony Romo as people think, and I think Tony Romo wants to make that money, and he wants to have a starting job, and the ownership in Buffalo is going to be just desperate enough to trade something for him, to be willing to pay him maybe not only his money that he's making now, give him a little more money. Desperation makes these sort of moves happen, and I could see it happen.
Wes frothing at the mouth.
Well, I know
Go,
Wes thinks it's
Take
crazy.
it down, Wes.
I know Wes thinks
0.0 chance that Tony Romo agrees to play.
What do you know?
He's got 1 or 2 seasons left. He wants to show the Cowboys they made a mistake. He wants to have a shot at the Super Bowl. He's not going to the Patriots division on a Bills team where the number 1 receiver is always injured. The number 2 receiver is a free agent. The tight end's a massive disappointment, and all their best players on defense are free agents.
And plus, you've not factored in Doug Whaley's massive fixation with E.J. Manuel that rages on.
That can't still be happening.
It's still happening.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I think the flaw in that theory is that there's just these great teams lining up to go sign Tony Romo at a big price, add him to the salary
I
cap.
saw him outside. They already formed a line. There are plenty of teams that want Tony Romo.
Okay, who are these teams?
Texans, Broncos.
They're
They're waiting till they're hovering, waiting till he gets released.
I think the Bills are going to be interested. I think the Texans aren't going to have room for him. The Broncos have their guys. They don't want to take the risk.